three idiots on a podcast. Like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Runza sucks.
We don't know if any of that's true, but oh, Jordan, don't give me this technically crap. Come on.
Got personal this week.
Lots of stuff happened.
Chad Berger, Brian Dawson of USD.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You guys do it in a really professional manner, and it's awesome.
Evening, Kyle fans. Welcome into Season 2, Episode 34 of the Howling Podcast. Tonight is officially episode number 67. We're so excited. We're mic'd up, nerded out, ready for some chaos. My name is Jordan Decker. I'll be joined by fellow co-hosts Mark Wendt and Chad Berger very soon. New friend of the show, running back of USD football, Charles Pierre Jr. He'll join us tonight. Can't wait to chat with Charles. Full recap of the week. Look forward to what's ahead in Coyote Athletics. And as always, we'll close out the show with our Maloney Real Estate eye charts of the week and our Dairy Queen player of the week. Quick disclaimer, the opinions on this show are Mark, Chad's, and myself. They do not represent USD or USD Athletics. Social channels, you can find us on X at HowlWithUs3, myself at JD605, Mark at WDiamond605, and Chad at Chad Berger, BIRGER at Chad Berger. Welcome to those joining us on Facebook Live tonight. If you don't follow our page over there, just search The Howling Podcast. Please like and follow our page. And then also welcome to the YouTubers joining us live on YouTube at The Howling Podcast. If you're over there and you have not subscribed, what are you doing? Smash that subscribe button tonight. And as always with guests, feel free to leave comments, questions for Charles and us, and we'll try to get those on the screen throughout the episode. Finally, on Instagram, just search _howling_podcast. That's the socials. As always, tonight's show brought to you by our friends at 19 Brewing Company in Vermilion. Before we get going, let's get a quick word from Katie over at 19 Brewing Company.
Looking for a place where good beer meets better company? Welcome to 19 Brewing Company, Vermilion's first craft brewery and home to Coyote Legacy Blonde Ale. Brought to you by 2 USD alumni, Coyote Legacy isn't just any beer. It's a chance to give back to student scholarships while enjoying a refreshing blonde ale. With 12 rotating taps, a flavor-it-yourself seltzer, and homemade root beer, we have something for every Coyote fan. 19 Brewing Company. Good beer, better company.
And with that, we're all
Welcome
here on the
Chad,
show.
Mark.
Yeah. You forget you were on mute there for a second, Jordan?
No, I could not hear the ad. So for those wondering, tonight is a terrible night with my internet. I'm sure you'll hear more about this later in a special segment of the show, but trying it from the phone tonight, just internet's not cooperating. So I'll probably break in and out throughout the show.
Can you hear us though?
I can. Everything's good. It was just the 19 ad, which we're going to move on.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Okay.
We're ready to rock.
We're gamers here. We're gamers. Speaking of that, couple things to announce. Number one, our Facebook stream is not working this evening. So don't tell people to go to Facebook. I'm going to try to post something out there pointing them to our YouTube channel. YouTube and X are both up and running. If any of you on YouTube would like to participate in the show, go ahead and comment, join the live chat, and we can feature some of those comments during the show. Additionally, we'll go ahead and move on to what happened this last week. So Mark, tell us last week's results.
Last week's results, UND or softball's up at Grand Forks. They played 2 of the 3 games. They'll play their final one tomorrow afternoon. Split the first 2. Women's golf was 4th at the Stampede at the Creek down in Omaha. Ella Greenberg picked up another victory. First. Volleyball, they were at UNI. Lots of stuff happened. Our informant was not very informative, but they were up there. Tennis finished up the season down in Oral Roberts and lost 6-0. Track and field, we're at 3 or 4 different track meets over in California. Lots of stuff happened, and we'll get into some of that later.
All right. Well, with that, Mark, you want to bring on our new friend of the show?
He's coming off an injury, and we're super excited for him to be back. He's running back number 1. Charles Pierre Jr. of the football team is joining us tonight, and we're happy to have him. Charles, welcome to the show.
How y'all doing? Thank you for having me.
Our live studio audience giving you a round of applause here. So welcome. Good to have you joining us here, Charles.
Thank you again for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Mark wanted to start off with a question.
So the big news, of course, this offseason was the head coaching change. Can you just give us your thoughts on Coach Vitz taking over the reins as the head coach?
Yeah, honestly, I love Coach Vitz. I mean, even before he stepped into the head coaching role, he's always been a player's coach, and he's always been one of the most respected coaches on our staff. Even though his time was short when he first got here, everyone already automatically clicked with him, and now to have him in a head coaching role is really big for all of us because that's a coach that we all want to play for. And him stepping up, it means a lot to us because he made sure that nothing really changed around here. But if anything, he raised the intensity of everything going on around here.
Charles, if I can kind of piggyback off Mark's question there, with the transfer portal and everything, what Yote fans were kind of worried with a coaching change, like, oh gosh, who's staying, who's going. So what were those conversations like with the coaches that you have, and even with maybe some fellow players too? Like, what were those conversations like?
I mean, initially, I would say like some of the players were shook. Losing our head coach like that, nobody expected it. It was really like random. But when they announced that Coach V was going to be the new head coach, everyone was, for the most part, was on board and was happy to keep this thing running because we knew that whether whoever was our head coach or not, or our strength coach, we knew that it came down to us as a team. And if we stuck together, we can do the things that we want to do this year.
Charles, we have a viewer question out there on YouTube land. Darren says that Coach V referred to you as Chuck in a recent interview. Is this an approved nickname?
Yeah, it's approved. When I first got here, at first I never understood it because I never got called it till I got up here, but it started to ring around the team, so I just got used to it. So I'm fine being called Chuck now.
So how does a gentleman from Orlando, Florida, end up in Vermillion, South Dakota?
Honestly, it really came down to how much they actually cared about me. Because coming out of high school, I didn't have many offers. Obviously, I didn't play much in high school because of injuries, but they always showed me love. And when I first got up here, it felt like home. And honestly, it wasn't much of a hard decision. So that's how I got here.
I kind of want to ask you about your position coach, Dante Warren. Man, oh man, since, I don't know, really starting with Travis Tice and yourself, and obviously last year with LJ, and it's just constantly a stacked room. What's Coach Warren like on a day-to-day basis?
Coach Warren, he's one of those coaches that's definitely a perfectionist. I mean, the memory that always come up is when I had a 80-yard touchdown and he was nitpicking. He was like, "This is a good touchdown, but we could have more." And honestly, that goes to show you what we expect in the running back room. Like, the competition is always high because of the players that we have, and he demands excellence out of us. So when it comes to knowing the game and being what we need him to be, he's everything that you can ask for in a coach.
Charles, before Jordan asks a question, I did just check, and the most touchdowns you can score on one play is still one. So just wanted to make sure that's still...
Yeah, no, I definitely said the same thing, but he don't care.
That's good to know, Chad. That's good to know. Hey, Charles, obviously with the success of LJ last year and you and Key both with injuries, I want to ask you about your relationship with Key. You guys have been through a bunch of adversity together. How's that relationship with Key, and this might be an easy question, but how motivated are you guys to get back out playing some competitive football?
Yeah, so my relationship with Key actually stems back from high school. We knew each other before we went to the same high school, and obviously we ended up going to the same high school, and both going through a knee injury that kept us out for the season. It's bonded us a lot closer just because of the simple fact that we went through it together. Like, seeing him get back and feeling comfortable made me more motivated to come back. And now that we know we're both going to be healthy for the season, it, like you said, it's a no-brainer. We're very hungry to come back and make a difference on the field and show everybody what we could have been did.
I can't wait.
Mark, did you have a follow-up question from earlier?
No. Jordan covered it. You're good.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So Charles, we obviously, talked about the injury, but you're playing right now in spring ball. How's spring ball going for you?
Spring ball going good. The environment and the competitiveness between all the guys. Like I said, with Coach V stepping up as the head coach, his whole thing is compete, finish. And that's what can be said about the entire spring. That's what it's been. Every day has been a challenge, winning the day. And it's been good being able to go back out there and start practicing with my brothers. It's meant everything to me. Even my first day, just being able to put on a helmet, I was happy. But being able to actually go out there, compete, and enjoy practice with my brothers meant everything to me.
So, Charles, you mentioned a little bit earlier with the NIL and transfer portal and this kind of stuff going on. How hard is it to get guys that are maybe coming in for a year, maybe their last season here, to get them to buy into the vision here where we think we can go?
To be honest, it's honestly not as hard as like people would think, just because of the culture that we have here. Like, I will say, every year that we've had transfers come in, they've like bonded easily with the team, just because that's how it is around here. Like, the standard has always been the standard around here, and they buy in pretty quickly once they see that everyone follows suit. There's nobody on the team that thinks they're above anybody or steps out of line. Like, the standard has always been the standard, and we're just trying to continue raising it. So it's been honestly not too hard of an adjustment for the new guys. If anything, it just makes the rooms better.
Charles, talk about the O-line, the guys you're running behind. Can you give Yote fans kind of a sense of what we've got to look forward to on the O-line? Obviously, we'll see some of this on Saturday with the spring family day / game, but just talk about the O-line.
The O-line, them boys look good. I can't even lie. This year, obviously last year we were hit hard in the portal in the spring, so it left a lot of uncertainty. But this year in the spring, the boys look good. Big, mean, everything that you would want for an O-line. That's who we have right now. We had some couple transfers come in, and we had guys returning like Caden Ellison from injury, but they're out there and they're playing their butts off. Coach Bain, their new coach, he's been doing a lot of good things with the room. And honestly, it's been fun to watch. And being able to run behind them boys is going to be really good this season. So I feel like all the Yote fans will be pretty impressed with what we got to put on tape.
Charles, one of the things as I'm looking through your stat line here, you've got a tremendous rushing average, but you've also averaged 8.1 yards per reception. What is it like to be a dual threat running back, and how does USD kind of put you in the position to both run the ball as well as catch some passes?
Honestly, it just come down to what the team needs, to be honest. Obviously, like, they put me in positions to where I can use my skill set outside of the backfield. But honestly, like I said, it just come down to whatever helps the team. They do a good job of mixing up the looks so that defenses can't really adjust to it, because I can line up in the backfield, I can line up at the slot, and we can do the same thing with the other running backs. But that's definitely been a big part of the success, being able to use our skill sets to our advantage.
Quick follow-up question. You've never attempted a pass, according to the stat sheet here. Can you throw the ball?
Yes, sir.
Is that something we should look forward to?
I can throw it. If the opportunity comes, just know I'm finna sling it.
Okay, good. Other teams better be preparing for this based on this interview right now.
Better drop back and throw it.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea to me. Chad's going to yell at me when I ask this question. Charles, I'm going to ask you about the fourth game on the schedule. Are you looking forward to playing on the blue turf at all?
I'm always looking forward to a good competition. Obviously, like, playing in that type of game is going to be fun. Just because, as a kid, that's what as a kid, for me specifically, like, I always wonder what it would be like to play on the turf like that. But honestly, the weird thing about it is just another game, just another opportunity to get better and get closer to where we want to go, to be honest.
Charles, speaking of schedule, there's a lot of real good competition, especially Missouri Valley, once you get into conference season. I got to ask, you personally, what game you have scheduled on your calendar? If you pick one, which games you got circled?
It's always going to be the team up north. I want to beat them more than anybody, just because that rivalry runs deep around here. And there's been lots of talks about us and them. And I just want to go out there and have the opportunity to go beat them.
for those Yote fans who haven't seen the schedule yet, that is up in Brookings this year on Halloween. Time to be announced.
Yeah. So speaking of that, on Halloween, should we? No, I won't ask any questions about what you're going to dress up. I don't know.
The way a lot of people talk about y'all, you have to wear like those underdog masks, like Philly did when they were doing on their way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I know what you're
get a
talking
bunch of dog masks.
So, yeah, you don't have to answer that one, Charles.
You don't have to acknowledge that.
We probably just go out there on a business trip. Who knows what we might do after the game, but
good answer.
It's definitely a business trip. We're gonna go out there with the same mentality like it would be any other game. Just go out there and handle business, basically.
So, Charles, you guys wrap up spring ball this next week here, and then what does your schedule look like after spring ball wraps up, and then before kind of reporting back for camp sometime in July?
Yeah, so right after spring ball, we have another week of workouts just to prepare us for the summer with our new strength coach. And then I graduate May 9th, and then I go home for maybe 2.5 weeks, and then we report back for summer workouts May 27th or May 28th. So it's a quick turnaround, ready to get right back to work.
Congratulations on graduating. You're gonna be a graduate in kinesiology and sport management. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Jordan, what was your degree in, Jordan?
Kinesiology, sport management.
Let's go.
Look at that. Excellent program choice.
Let's go.
Obviously, you're going to get that degree, and you're not going to play football for the rest of your life. I know right now you probably, haven't really thought about a whole lot about career, but what types of career paths have you started looking into following football?
Obviously, staying in like the football field. I always wanted to be a coach. Like, seeing things like Coach Warren, Coach V, like what they do. It's always been interesting for me. I always wanted to be a coach. Outside of that, I always, thought about entrepreneurship, just finding ways to create generational wealth. Those have always been on my mind. So right now, obviously thinking about football and getting healthy. So I haven't really too much thought about the future. Just worried about where my feet at right now.
Charles, maybe someone out there is listening to this and has not bought season tickets to football previously. Can you give us a pitch to what we'd expect to see in the Dakota Dome this season?
Honestly, the best way I can say it is if you want to see a movie, come to the Dakota Dome because we're going to tear it up this season. That's the best way I can put it.
We'll clip that.
Definitely clipping that. Charles, last one from me. Who are folks sleeping on the Yotes? Like, we obviously know you and Key. We've got the quarterback situation. There's some key returners on offense and defense, but who's a name that Yote fans and really fans of FCS should get to know pretty quick? We'll get to know pretty quick.
Honestly, I got one on my defense and I got one on the offense that really stuck out to me. On the defensive side, I'm sure y'all know him very well. Chris Dixon. I mean, I think he's gonna be one of the best D linemen in the country this year. And on offense, a young guy, Braden White, receiver, he's gonna be really electric to watch this season as well. Those are my two sleepers.
Awesome. Mark, do you have any final questions here?
I just got one more, and you can do with it what you want to, either football or life related. Who's your hero?
My hero is my dad. I mean, my dad always taught me what it was like since I was a kid, just how to be a man. Outside of football, in football, he taught me those lessons about what it means to be a man and how to carry myself. And so for that, I always call him my hero.
Shout out, Dad. Nice job.
Yeah, Big Charles. Shout out to my daddy.
Right.
We're going to definitely play that one again in June when Father's Day rolls around here. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Charles, we're really looking forward to this football season and seeing you back on the field, catching up with the Yotes and seeing what's going on there. So really appreciate you joining us tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's been fun talking to you guys. I'll be watching y'all podcast, so I appreciate it.
Thanks, Charles.
Thanks, Charles. See you Saturday.
All right, see you Saturday.
Go Yotes. Awesome. All right. Fantastic.
He's awesome.
Yeah, glad to have him back.
Yes.
Do you think he would? Do you think he would be up for challenging me in a 40-yard dash?
Hold on, he's still here. I can bring him back. Hold on. Charles, Jordan.
Hey, if you want it, we can run it.
Can we do it Saturday? I might get injured, but I mean, I just want to show everyone how athletic you are, man, and how unathletic I am.
We can do it. We can do it.
Mark, bring the stopwatch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see. Jordan, you're gonna pull a hamstring, man. Like, come on.
All right, what if I give Charles what if he gives me a 10-yard head start?
I think I still got it.
You're still in trouble.
Well, no, Charles, I know you still got it, but we're looking for content here.
Oh, we'll have to see if we can make that happen. All right, Charles, we'll let you go this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
That's almost as daring as you guys saying that if that one tweet got 1,000 likes, I'd jump off the high dive in a Speedo, and I think you only have like 80 likes on it.
Well, people need to jump back into this. I don't know.
People don't want to see that.
Oh, here we got stopwatch for Charles, calendar for
exactly.
That's fair.
Oh, fantastic.
You could run and go get Mr. Smith's and come back, and I still might be short.
Jordan says ready to go. Oh, yep. That's supposed to be Old Man Race. Yep, Old Man Race. Yep. That's fantastic. Really appreciate Charles coming on tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah.
We're still batting 1,000 here, guys. I mean, every one of these student athletes and coaches that we have on are just fantastic, just great guests, and so happy to be a part of the Yoke community here. All right. Well, should we jump back into the show here, guys?
Let's do it.
News and notes, Mark.
News and notes. USD, as we discussed with Charles, this coming Saturday, second annual Family Day, 1 p.m. Still no word on tailgating. I've just kind of decided that I'm going to try it. Join me. Season tickets are on sale now for all the fall sports: football, volleyball, and basketball. Happy belated birthday to head coach of the men's basketball team, friend of the show, Eric Peterson.
Happy birthday to you and yours.
And finally, the transfer portal giveth season is officially upon us. Women's basketball announced 3 signees. Men's basketball announced a couple, and even football added a couple here in the last couple of days. So the first part of that season always kind of stinks, and you can get down on yourself, but it gives back. So you just got to be patient. So.
Yeah, how much fun was that the other day? Just getting all these tweets and Instagram posts rolling in.
Yeah,
people that are committing.
Mark, did you say 3 men's basketball?
I think 3 women and 2 men that I saw, and a couple of football here.
Just really quick, I maybe mentioned this last year, but for men, Cade Kelderman is a grad transfer, Iowa State. Really highly touted. Heard many good things about him. He can shoot. He's going to be a shooter. I'm going to butcher his last name, but Tyler Nedelicki from Kirkwood Community College. He's a 6'10" forward, super athletic. So looking forward to that. And then I mentioned Gabby and Bree on the women's side. Gabby from North Alabama, 6'1" guard. Bree, a 5'8" guard from UNI. And then USD women announced Latasia Williamson, 6'1" forward. I didn't catch the school. I want to say it was Kennesaw State.
Yep.
Is that
I looked.
correct?
It's not even Kennesaw is not a state, but
Kennesaw is not a state. So pieces are getting added. The portal deadline is to enter for men or women. One's on the 20th, one's on the 21st coming up. So they can't enter after that deadline, but they can still roll into transfer to schools. So we'll keep you updated on any other transfers coming in.
Awesome. Well, softball. Should we go over some scores here, guys?
might as well.
All right. Softball was up in Grand Forks, and it was snowing.
It was snowing.
It was snowing at the beginning of this game, And this was a good one for the Yotes. I mean, 5 runs right away, top of the first inning. Got the Yotes off to a great start. Rolled in another one in the second inning, 2 more in the third, 3 more in the fourth, and another one in the fifth. There's not a zero in any of those innings, guys, for the Yotes. That was a fantastic game to watch, a fantastic game to be a part of. And the Yotes ended up with the 10-run rule victory after 5 innings, 12-1 to pick up the W.
Yeah, it was impressive. It was fun to watch, like you say. And you kind of hope that it would just kind of carry over. Let's do this for 3 games and jump up the standings a little bit, and then today.
Well, before we get there, I mean, let's go through some of these individual stats. Brooke Carey was 3 for 4 in this one with a run. Delaney White, friend of the show, 2 for 4, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Allie Cromer, 1 for 1 with a 2-run home run. And what do we say with home runs, guys?
Home runs are sexy.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull up the audio here.
Runs are sexy.
There we go. And Madison Evans was 1 for 1 with a 2 base on balls, 5 innings pitched, and an earned run right there. So just a tremendous output here. And then today happened. And in game 2 here, Yotes got 1 in the first inning right away. So things were looking good, but then weren't able to duplicate that. And you see all the zeros there following. This one ended up 9-1 after 5 innings.
Yeah, I mean, just 1 hit on the day, and that was in the first inning, and it was an infield hit. We didn't hit a ball into the – I mean, we did hit balls in the outfield. They were caught. Yeah, it was just a struggle.
Sounds like we need to play more games in the snow.
Yeah, it wasn't snowing today. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Yotes have 1 more game up there in Grand Forks on Monday. Game 3. We'll go ahead and report on that on the next show. Go ahead and follow along at goyotes.com. Should be broadcast on the Summit League Network. That's tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
I believe so. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then are back home on Tuesday, if I remember correctly. So
yeah, Drake. Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. Yep. So that was softball. You know, it's always interesting because we're at that point in the year. You know, we said tomorrow at 1 p.m. Summit League Network for the game 3, but we're at that point in the year where the weather is so unpredictable, guys. It's 85 one day and it's snowing the next, 40 degrees and snowing. So got to be interesting to be one of those spring athletes. We'll go ahead and bring up the Summit League standings next. You can see Omaha is at the top of the league with an 11-1 record. St. Thomas right behind them at 8-4. Kansas City 5-6. North Dakota State 4-5. South Dakota State 5-7. And then South Dakota at 3-8 so far. That makes that game tomorrow against North Dakota even bigger here. Got to have that one to stay ahead of North Dakota in the standings, right, guys?
Yeah, that's getting to be really important. And I was kind of looking ahead who plays who here. North Dakota's had a lot of games postponed due to the weather up in Grand Forks. So they're going to play a lot of softball here in the next 2 weeks to catch up. But I know they play Omaha twice. We have to play Omaha 3 times to close out the season. So obviously, if you finish last, you don't get invited to Summer League tournament. So wins are important here, to say the least.
Yeah, Jordan, you need a lozenge or something? You okay?
What's up?
Do you need a lozenge or some type of a cough drop? Are you
No,
doing
apparently
okay?
my phone is picking up all the sounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You can go ahead and mute that microphone when Mark's talking. That's
you mean
okay.
like this?
Oh. Oh.
You're welcome.
All right. Tennis was down in Tulsa at ORU, and the stats are courtesy of ORU. And so Oral Roberts called USD SDU, South Dakota University.
I think it's been like 70 years since we were that, right? It's been a long time.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Woof.
So you can see Selena Bird got the victory in this one in the number 1 singles. Congratulations to Selena. She's had a tremendous career and way to kind of wrap up that senior year with a victory here over ORU's number 1. But then, unfortunately for the Yotes, the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 singles were all L's in the scorebook. So the Yotes ended up losing this one 6-1 at Oral Roberts. That does end the Yotes tennis season for the year. Only the top 4 teams in the conference make the conference tournament, and so the Yotes are not in the top 4, and so this will be their final match of the season. Not much else to say about that.
There's always next year.
You can see here's the standings. Yotes did finish 1-5 on the season. The top 4 teams were Denver, Omaha, North Dakota, and Oral Roberts, and so they will bracket those 4 up and play and see who the champion is, and the rest of these teams will have to wait until next year. So we had Coach on earlier before the conference season started. Hopefully we can get him back on in the fall and talk about tennis and what types of things the Yotes are doing to improve.
Yeah, he'll get it turned around. Great guy.
What I just said could have been a lie.
The best line ever.
Sorry, that was a clip from when he was on the show, so I had to pull that up. All right, Jordan, track and field.
Yeah, if I don't freeze out here, you guys just keep going. But track and field out in California, several events. And as we always say the last several weeks, all these and more highlights on goyotes.com. But let's start with the Brian Clay Invitational. Pierce Marshall, 10K meter, a PR in the 10K with 30 minutes 41, 10th all-time USD outdoor. Jada Coffey, 3,000 meter steeple in PR, 10 minute 44 seconds. That's 4th all-time at USD. Isaac Ochoa, 3 minutes 47 seconds. Natalie Keifel, 3 minutes 50 seconds. Jada Coffey, 4 minutes 29 seconds. Geneva Timmerman, 4 minutes 30 seconds. Bang, 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 bang. All set top 10 marks in USD in the 1,500 meters. And that was done at the Brian Clay. Next up, the Mount Sac relays, I think. Mountain Sac relays. Anyways, Anna Willis, you've heard her name before, but she cleared 14 foot 11 in the women's pole vault. That was really the only, notable result on that. Check goyotes.com for some other ones. Then you had number 3, Pacific Coast Intercollegiate, Delaney Smith, PR in the hammer throw, 202 feet 1 inch, which is 35th best in the country. Good job, Delaney. Callie Ringstmeyer, 11.76 seconds in the women's 100 meter. And then Brandon Vandersleet. What did we say last week, Mark?
Vanderslice.
God, sorry, Brandon. Brandon Vanderslice placed 4th in the shot put. Just a measly 58 feet, 10 3/4 inches. Well done, Brandon. All results from that, goyotes.com. Finally, the beach invitational, because why be out in California if there's not a beach invitational? Berkeley, England placed 5th in the women's 800 meters, 2 minutes 14.35 seconds. Ellie Thomas was 6th in the women's 800 meters, 2 minutes 14.76 seconds. Bo Karst, 7th in men's pole vault, 17 feet 2 3/4. And then Brandon Vanderslice, 2nd in shot put, 59 2 1/4 inches. So a lot of great results this past weekend out in California. Good job, track and field. And as I said, many, many more results on goyotes.com.
Yeah. Good job to you for reading all that.
Oh, thank you.
I know I always go to goyotes.com and it always brings up the track and field results, and I always click on read story. And those stories are usually pretty thorough and give lots of results for what happened there. And
there were some relay teams there that had top 10. That's a lot. There's a lot of top 10s being broken this year, it seems like. So again, if you guys follow track, if you're listening, just go to goyotes.com and read it all, because track's doing an outstanding job in the outdoor season so far.
Lots of stuff happened.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. Yep. I don't know about you guys, but when that weather warms up a little bit, I always want some ice cream. You guys too?
Yeah, I had some today.
Yep, had some today too.
Well, if you're looking for the perfect game day treat, like the three of us, swing by Dairy Queen in Vermilion, Hartford, or Del Rapids. Whether you're celebrating a big Coyote win or just need a pick-me-up, nothing hits the spot like a Blizzard treat, a classic DQ cone, or your favorite signature stack burger. From after-school stops to post-game celebrations, Dairy Queen's the perfect place to gather, refuel, and treat yourself. Stop into Dairy Queen of Vermilion, Hartford, or Del Rapids today, because every day is better with a little DQ. And guys, I drove past the Hartford one the other day, and I was like, I need to get a cone. So sorry, not sorry. I mean, it was great. So
I tell you what, I had the $7 meal deal last week. You get the Sunday chicken strip. I mean, healthy for you. Healthy's, relative, but
it's healthy for your soul.
It's healthy for the soul. And I had it, and it was great. It was great. Chocolate Sundae. Probably going to have it again this week.
Well, every week we give our Howling Podcast Dairy Queen Player of the Week. And this week, Jordan?
Delaney Smith of track and field. In the hammer throw, as I just mentioned, 202 feet 1 inch. That's third all time at USD, and it's 35th in the country. Thanks, Mark, for pointing that out in the NCAA. 35th best throw in the country. So congrats to Delaney. She is the Howling Podcast Player of the Week, presented by Dairy Queen of Vermilion, Hartford, and Del Rapids. How far do you guys think you could throw the hammer?
I absolutely could not. I'm not coordinated enough.
What's more likely, me beating Charles in a 40-yard dash, or one of you guys throwing the hammer 200 feet?
Oh, I don't think any of those things are likely. I think there's a 0% chance of any of that stuff happening.
There's a high probability of 3 trips to the ER, though.
Maybe Sanford Orthopedics or Sanford Health could sponsor us trying it.
Or any orthopedics people. Don't mention anyone here, Jordan.
Well, I just because they work with
people free publicity.
Well, I just did it because they work with the student athletes. Anyways.
Oh my gosh, Jordan!
Just put the banner on the bottom and we'll be fine. Just put the banner on the bottom. It'll cover all the bases. Anyways, congrats, Delaney. Great job this weekend.
Excellent. Mark, what's coming up this week?
This week, it is on there. Okay, never mind. Golf will be down in Riverside, Iowa for the Hawkeye Invite, Monday through Tuesday. I believe that's the final match before they head to the Mecca for the Summer League tournament in Mesa, Arizona. Softball, as we mentioned, they have that 3-game set got slid back one day, so they have one left up in Grand Forks tomorrow at 1:00. Then they host Drake Tuesday at 3:00, so take off early from work and get over to Nygaard Field. And then they'll be down in Kansas City Friday through Sunday for a 3-game set with the Roos. And it's finally here. Track and field. Be at the Drake Relays Wednesday through Saturday.
Yes.
The world famous Drake Relays.
Let's go.
World famous pitcher. That does not get old at all.
If you are listening and are going to the Drake Relays, an updated picture, or if you can get a picture of or with that bulldog.
Yeah, bonus
tweet
points
at
for
us.
Pull that off. Yeah, for sure.
So, guys, I got a quick question here. Mark, I know did you get up through all this coming up this week? I think volleyball's still on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll be. Oh, they're going down to, I believe that's in Omaha, Belly Button.
Yeah.
For some more spring volleyball.
So as I'm looking at this, I see this men's golf Hawkeye Invitational in Riverside, Iowa. And, I just start thinking Riverside. I wonder which river that is next to.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to take a guess on which river is next to Riverside, Iowa?
Can I buy a vowel?
Is there a Des Moines River?
I don't know, but that's not the answer.
I'm going to guess. Nope, I just looked it up. That wouldn't have been my guess. Never mind.
What was your guess? What'd you find when you looked it up?
The Mighty Mo.
No. According to this map that I'm looking at right now, the English River, which flows into the Iowa River, is the river next to Riverside, Iowa. So hopefully there's not a whole lot of balls that go into the English River this next
couple of main thoroughbreds there. You got Riverside Road, East Hickory Street. I wonder how the fishing is down there. Should we go find out?
Did you say thoroughbreds? Like, are you talking about horses? What are we doing here?
I don't know. We should go to iCharts, though.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, before we do that, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Like we always do about this time.
And that's just what they wanted to do there. And all things considered, again, as you see the iChart cardboard cutout, how appropriate.
Through the review, the iChart made its way to the video board. It really injected some energy.
Our own Mark Wendt is famous for holding up that iChart at men's and women's basketball games when officials make questionable calls in the game. We give our iChart of the week moments for questionable calls that either happened in games or in life. As always, the iChart of the week is sponsored by Maloney Real Estate, more than just a sign in your yard. Buying or selling a home can feel a little like game day. Exciting, stressful, and you really want the right team on your side. That's where Maloney Real Estate comes in. When you list your home with Maloney Real Estate, you're automatically covered by a $25,000 seller protection errors and omissions policy included at no extra cost. And here's the kicker. That coverage lasts for 180 days after your home sells. It's peace of mind you don't usually get in real estate, and definitely not just a sign in your yard. Maloney Real Estate, more than just a sign in your yard. And guys, Jordan had to log off here. He might get my iChart of the week, but Mark, every time I drive by one of those signs, I just think there's a lot more going on than just that sign.
That is a fact.
I know your kids say it too when you drive by there.
Yeah, the one we typically drive by, it's been sold and the sign is not in the yard anymore. So a lot went on more than that sign, and congrats to the new owners.
Yeah, my next door neighbor put their house up for sale the other day, and it wasn't a Maloney sign, and I said, it's probably just a sign in the yard at that point. Like there's not a whole lot else going on there. So
that's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jordan's back. So Jordan, welcome back.
Yeah.
So guys, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, has really screwed up their polls the last couple weeks. Obviously, this is nothing we did. There was nothing that, has happened on our account, but only 5 votes were registered for the poll this last week. We don't know what's going on there. We know that more than 5 votes actually were recorded because we have more than 5 accounts between the 3 of us. And so something's going on with Twitter. We're going to have to find another platform in order to host our iChart of the Week poll going forward. What do you think?
Yeah, it's super disappointing. I have a ticket open with Twitter or X. Obviously, they pretend like they don't have any idea what's going on. But if you Google up or search Twitter for poll issues, you come up with thousands of people complaining about their polls not working. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe we just do like comment A, B, C. I don't know.
It's a problem.
Who's going to count all those, Jordan?
Not me.
Grok.
Eventually, it'll get fixed. Eventually.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyways, MLB2 paywalls and internet trolls ended up winning. Cross Rocket Riders, nothing against any of you. I hope that you just keep doing your thing and stay safe. You finished last in the poll this last week. So Mark Wendt, we'll go ahead and give the honor to you. Go ahead and give us your iChart for this week.
My iChart of the week, we mentioned it earlier, goes to Oral Roberts Athletics, who have been members of the Summit League for a combined 25 years. And they still managed in their official stats sheet for the tennis results. Can't figure out how to call us the University of South Dakota. I don't know what to say anything more about that. I suppose the only thing worse would be to call us the Coyotes. Or Roberts, get my eye chart of the week. Try to vote for me.
My eye chart of the week is going to go to Twitter or X. These poll issues are ridiculous. Not only does it impact our show, and it impacts our show very lightly, folks, but it does impact people actually rely on this for some of their research that they're doing and some of their important things that are happening. Businesses make decisions based on how people vote in certain polls and respond to those polls. So Twitter, having your polls be down the last couple of weeks definitely is impacting things. Twitter or X, Elon, you get my eye chart of the week.
Yeah, and mine is Verizon. Anyone that's been through tech issues or annoyances understands this has been 2 weeks ongoing for me, trying to get something, and I've done it all. I've restarted, I have unplugged the router, I have moved the router, I have gotten 2 new routers from Verizon. We use Verizon Home Internet. And the issues still remain the same. It's just so frustrating that I don't know. And I'm sure there's reasons, tower this, tower that. My job's not to know the reasons. My job is to be a consumer, and Verizon's job is to make sure they're providing good internet and service. I don't know if others in the Sioux Falls area have had this issue, but it has been quite annoying, not only for the show. I mean, that's one thing, but, kids wanting to watch a show on a Saturday morning, or me wanting to watch the NBA playoffs, which I feel like I'm the only one of the 3 that likes to watch the NBA playoffs. But anyways, so yeah, Verizon gets my eye chart, and Papa Elon, you're going to be getting a request from me for some Starlink internet probably this week. Verizon, eye chart of the week nominee. Try to vote for me.
Well, Jordan, you mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show which number episode this was in total.
Yep.
Which episode was it?
I believe it was episode number 67.
Yes, we had the kids. Jordan's kids made a little video for us to list that. That was excellent. Appreciate that. The internet worked for that just fine.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, as always, we're going to bring up 988, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. We talk about this every week, guys, but no judgment, just help. Please reach out if you need help. Whatever issues you're going through, reach out to 988. You can call, you can text, you can chat. Go to helplinecenter.org/988. No judgment, just help. Please, please, please reach out to someone if you need to talk. I don't know. We hammer that in every single week, but it's just something. And guys, I know I got a phone call the other day. Okay, I'll tell you a couple phone calls. One of them, Mark reached out to me the other day. He was just like, "Hey, I hope you're having an okay day," or I hope everything's okay. And stuff like that. Just reach out to your friends once in a while. But if you're also on the other end of that, you're just not having a great day, reach out to someone else. And I know, not everyone is always available. So that's where that 988 really comes into play. But reach out if you need help. But the other call I got, I'll go ahead and put this up on the screen. But I was approached by Eric Engelstad here in Sioux Falls for an event called Wings for Alex. And so Wings for Alex is going to be a community-driven event supporting the Alex I think it's Coomer Foundation and their mission to bring awareness to mental health and suicide prevention. This event honors the life of Alex, a bright and kind, compassionate young man who made a lasting impact on everyone around him. His story is being shared to help raise awareness, remind others that they're never alone. And so Alex ended up committing suicide a few years ago. And so his family started this organization to kind of raise awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. And so they're going to do a fundraiser for this Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Atomic Wings and 69th and Cliff here in Sioux Falls. And so you can go get a buffet style wings and other food. You can meet collegiate athletes, coaches, and other local community leaders. I'm not going to spill the beans too much, but Coach Peterson plans on being there that day. The Howling Podcast's own Chad Berger, yours truly, is scheduled to MC the event, or at least be a part of the event right there. And then there's going to be a wing eating competition. That'll be fun to watch. There's going to be raffles and giveaways, and then a chance to come together as a community for something that truly matters. So as soon as all the full lineup gets announced, this is on Facebook. They're going to post more there, but I think it's a great opportunity to get out and kind of support mental health awareness and support that community. Any comments, guys?
That's I don't know if you mentioned it, Chad, but that young man was 16 when he decided. What a great cause. You can count me in. I'll be up there for sure.
Yep. Most likely me and the boys will be there too. We're going to try to make that. Great call. And then the 988, as you guys were talking about, like there's a lot going on. A lot happened this weekend with some stuff. Don't bottle it in, whether it's friends or you guys need that. Anyone needs that 988 number just to chat things through. That's what it's there for.
Yep.
Well, guys, we get a lot of notoriety and publicity for our eye chart of the week, which is usually trending negative a little bit. But I saw something earlier today and I was just like, that is fantastic. So I wanted to share it. So hopefully we can pull this up on the screen and share this particular event that occurred. See if we can get this up on the screen.
Wants to make sure he's look at that.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's why you bring your glove too. Oh, look at that. That's heartwarming.
Mark, who's your favorite baseball team?
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
Was that a Pittsburgh Pirates player right there?
From this afternoon's game. Yeah, just
that's awesome.
Great moment.
Fantastic. Great moment. Yeah. That player, I've spaced off on his name already.
Magnan is his last name. His first name escapes me as well, but
yeah. But just fantastic job by him. Yeah, finding that young fan with the jersey, and then the kids' reactions are always like they get so excited about that the hug and the tears and the whole thing, that was fantastic. So I'll take, inject that into my veins. I'll take that any single day.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, as always, special thanks to our sponsors. We've got 19 Brewing Company, DQ of Vermilion, Hartford, and Del Rapids, and Maloney Real Estate, more than just a sign in your yard. The Howling Podcast is produced by the Wakanda Peach Company, LLC, out of Burbank, South Dakota. As always, I'm sure there's lots of stuff we messed up on. We'll try to do better next time. But until next time, go Yotes.
Go Yotes. Good night, Vermilion.
Let's go! 3 idiots on a podcast. Like,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Runs sucks.
We don't know if any of that's true, but Bill. Oh, Jordan, don't give me this technically crap. Come on.
Got personal this week.
Lots of stuff happened.
Chad Berger, Brian Dawson of USB.
You're wrong.
You guys do it in a really professional manner, and it's awesome.